You know, I'm pretty sure Bugsy Brown said it the best back in 06.
Rexall Place, that's the slaughterhouse. That's when teams come in and get slaughtered out.
Yep, that's right. There's nothing like playoff hockey in the city of Edmonton. And shout out to Oiler Nation showing up with their war paint and their face paint on. And I don't know why, but that line of Bukestad, Hyman, and Nuge to start the game, right away, it just kind of reminded me of the RPM line of the mid-2000s. And after Kane snipes one on the power play to open up the scoring, Ekholm, I think, really started that second goal. He laid out a huge double hit right at center ice, and that helped push the play forward into the offensive zone. And is Connor McDavid the new manager of the office space behind the net? I mean, the dude sends one across the blue paint to a storming in Leon Draisaitl. Does not waste that opportunity at all. He gets Edmonton on the board again. That being said, on LA's first and third goal of the game, I didn't love McDavid's positioning out there. The first one against iFollow, I just thought he could have been a little bit more aggressive and might have prevented a goal if he was. And that goal against Byfield, I feel like he just kind of gave up on that man. It's almost like as the puck was coming up to Byfield, McDavid just went in the opposite direction. I just wasn't a big fan of the choices that he made on those two goals against. Now Kulak and Ryan making some magic together in that third goal, and Kulak especially, he just looked like Duncan Keith from last year's playoff run. Like, the dude has just been making solid tape-to-tape passes in the last couple games. He's been skating really, really well. He's just looking so loose and so comfortable. Obviously scoring a big goal on the back door, but when he's not contributing offensively, like the dude is bodying out and boxing out the opposition, he's just been playing a really sound game. Big fan of Bukestad too. He had a pretty solid game. His first goal, that tip-in, solid, but the tip-in of Zach Hyman, where he tipped it in off of his face, vintage Ryan Smith. Like, it just felt like such a Smitty moment. And then towards the end of the game, Kaner on the penalty kill, taking a really solid shorthanded chance, but after that chance kind of didn't really turn into anything, just a vintage Sean Horkoff move, skating all the way back into the D zone, killing off a few extra seconds before sending the puck back up across the ice. Like, the team just looks solid from start to finish tonight. And then one last play that I just want to highlight. Kopitar kind of working behind the net, like 3-4 minutes left to go, and that's in the middle of LA kind of putting a lot of pressure on Edmonton, but Bouchard's there, strips the puck from him, we get the puck out of the zone, kind of ease off the pressure a little bit and regain control of this game. Edmonton did not lose the lead once in this hockey game. Leon Draisaitl continues to be an absolute phenom in the playoffs, and Edmonton just played a solid game. I didn't know how I felt about Skinner going into the game tonight. I was mildly worried, not gonna lie. I thought Campbell really earned a spot to play tonight, and there was a few moments after the first where I didn't love Stewie's performance. Just felt kind of nervous, felt kind of shaky. I don't know, I didn't feel good. And then he just made like 3 huge saves in the second and kind of really steadied things down a little bit. He was solid when he needed to be, absolutely helped get the win. There's a reason I'm not an NHL coach, obviously. And lastly, LA fans showing why the bad apples don't speak for the entire fan base. Cecily, a young girl who's dealing with brain cancer, she got a chance to go out to a game in LA thanks to the Ben Stelter Fund. And for sure there was some ruckus at the game, but unfortunately she kind of got caught in the crossfire. She got spat on, she got sworn at, and like, the kid is 10 and she's kind of going through a lot. But that being said, LA fans coming out quick to say bad apples don't represent us. Kind of reminds us that hockey's bigger than the rivalries that, you know, two teams or fan bases have with each other. There are some things that are bigger than hockey, so again, kudos to the LA fans for, you know, being a classy bunch. She shares a really close bond with Evander Kane, and he kind of took to social media to just, you know, mention what her experience was like. And I guess one fan took that opportunity to say some pretty foul stuff. Again, like, this could all be avoided if you just think, like, have some common sense. And this kid is 10 years old. But I guess throughout the day when all this stuff was coming to light, the dealership that employs this person, they no longer employ this person, and this person has deactivated their Instagram, so at least there's that. But most importantly, LA fans are spreading Cecily's word and her message. So I'm just happy that the wide majority of Kings fans embraced her, and I'm happy that she had a really good Game 5 experience tonight. Anyways, I will leave it at that. Edmonton has a 3-day break before we return to action in LA for Game 6, where they can potentially close out the series and advance to the second round. We are 13 wins away from hoisting our 6th Stanley Cup. So literally just finished recording and I forgot to turn my mic on. So, yeah, in-camera body audio is what we're getting tonight. Good night, guys.